Hey y'all, I'm Elliot Hall, and welcome to another Firemaker Brewing update. We've got tons to talk about, so I'm just going to dive right in. After several weeks, we have come up with our official tap handle design, and I'm really excited about it. I'm sure Rachel is sharing it with you over one of my shoulders, but this is the tap handle design that we have in production right now, and when we launch our beer in the market, this is the tap handle you will see out and about and at our own brewery. So our tap handles are officially done and in production, and we have picked our can label designer, and we're very excited about our conversations we've had with them. They totally get what we're trying to go for with our branding and our identity. Just a really good, feels like a really good fit. So we don't have can labels to show you, but we'll share them as soon as we do. What we do have to share with you is we can show you a couple of mock-ups of gear, Firemaker gear, that's going to be available on our website. It might be available right now, but I'm not sure because I don't know when this is posting. So check out our website, www.firemakerbeer.com. Okay, back to construction, and what's been going on with the actual build-out of the brewery is the walk-in coolers have been completely finished. So the walk-in cooler, we have two, and one is this huge walk-in cooler where we're going to store the majority of our finished goods, kegs, cans, cases of beer, and then the other one is a much smaller cooler, and that's where we'll put kegs to serve beer in our tap room. And once you see those go in, it's kind of neat because you start to see like, oh my gosh, we will be packing a whole bunch of beer in here. We'll be wheeling beer from this cooler into this cooler to serve out of here. It's just neat. It's every little piece of the puzzle, and it's one of the major pieces to kind of start to see that area come together. So pretty exciting. We also passed our first plumbing inspection. So throughout the whole process, you have to get all these different inspections along this every step of the way, so that way you can do the next thing. And it all builds towards the end where you get your final big inspection. And we just got our plumbing inspection last week, so that means we can move forward with a few other things. It's just forward progress. It's just always nice when you pass an inspection and can keep moving. Speaking of passing inspections, our next inspection will be for our electrical, or our rough electrical, which once we have that, then we can start closing up the walls we've built, and the tap room, mainly the tap room, will really take its true shape and form. We'll show you a few pictures once we do. Our super Firemaker fans, y'all saw the story of us putting the HVAC units on top of the roof, and if you haven't seen that story, then we have put the HVAC units on the roof. Quick video here of us doing that, which that's really neat too. It's just another step closer, and we got some big old AC units, so that way our tap room stays nice and comfortable during the summer and also during the winter. So come check us out. While we were up on the roof, we also fixed a lot of there was never any holes in the roof or anything like that, but the building's like 60 years old, 70 years old, so there was a couple of spots that needed patching. So while we were up there working on the HVAC, we were also patching the roof so it didn't rain inside our brewery. Our floors, our epoxy floors are done. I've talked about this before, but most breweries, a lot of breweries, not all, like to put down some sort of protection for the floors in production, and we picked an epoxy floor that will help against chemicals and heat and dropping kegs on it. So the really neat thing about that is once you put the epoxy floors down, then we can move all that shiny stainless steel that you saw with our tank videos. We can move them into position in their forever home, and that's happening on Monday, so I can't wait to see that. Once the tanks are in place, then we have our equipment manufacturers coming out to start hooking up the equipment. So the whole floor is being done is just started a cycle for the next several days that I am pumped to watch, and we will have plenty of video and posts on all that. So when you're building a brewery or any business, I'm sure, or something major in your life that you're working on, it's not the big things that really seem to throw you off, like, because they're so massive. You know you got to make a decision on this, and you got to make this call, and there's this lead time on everything. It's, for me, sometimes it's the small decisions that kind of make you feel like you get hung up, like whether or not to put a dragon on the top of the tap handles, or will that break too often, or what kind of light fixture you specifically want, or will this color match that? And with the floors, with the floors for the epoxy, since we're doing I'm doing thousands of square feet of this stuff, and it's expensive, you're wondering, like, what color should these floors be? And anyways, y'all see a picture of us, and hopefully we picked the right one. And I guess I'm just saying, you have to make a decision and just keep moving forward, and in the end it'll all probably work out. Like I was saying, with putting the tanks in place, the neat thing about that is our equipment manufacturers who we bought the tanks from, they're coming out right after we put the tanks in place to hook everything up, which means we are just one step closer to making beer. So I am very pumped about that. Well, as you can probably tell, we're moving a mile a minute at Firemaker, and we are doing that so we can open as soon as possible for y'all. Thanks for watching. Please keep following us. Like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it always. My name's Elliot Hall with Firemaker Brewing. Cheers, y'all. Is that funny? Will you watch that one and see if, like, I got it.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? Several weeks we've come up with our official... I'm getting way too into this bullet. Tell us, because someone's stolen our tap handles. Those being pouring.
Pouring our beer?
Yeah, because you're pouring. It's funny, but I think it's only funny to us. Are you just taking a picture? You want me to be like talking? Hey, Firemaker, this is what we're gonna do, and then we gotta do this. Also, a bunch of this.
Yeah, just like pretend to talk.
And I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. The vacation has worn off.
Put your hands up.
Bad.
Or just like one, like you're enunciating.
So, what's something I should talk about? Alright, so one of the funnest things about air travel nowadays is you always have a television screen. Really cool. You can play games. You can play games with other people sitting on the plane. Why are we talking about air travel?